I was working as an office assistant in the General Studies Department, assisting Dr. Jeffrey Coker, and he actually had me complete a literary review for a possible research project, but I didn't really know what I was working on. So after I started digging into doing some secondary research, I thought that the topics that I was coming across was really interesting. So after meeting with him, I said to him, it would be really cool to see how some of these sources and some of the findings we have here translate on Elon's campus. I wonder if students here are having similar experiences. So that's when he nudged me and told me about the summer undergraduate research experience and asked me if it was something I might be interested in doing. And of course, I was really nervous because I have no formal research experience. So I told him, I'm a business student. Research isn't really my thing. I don't think I'm the student you want to work with for this. But he told me that he was fully confident in my abilities, and I'm really happy that I decided to trust him and believe that I was capable of doing research. It's really been a rewarding experience.
I'm in the honors program, so I knew that I had to do research, although when you're applying to college and they tell you that you're going to do undergraduate research, you're like, oh, sure, whatever, give me the scholarship, please. So I kind of got into it through a requirement, but as I went along with my first year and kind of built relationships with professors, I realized that I didn't want to just kind of complete the thesis to its requirements and be done with it. I wanted to really make it the best that it could be and kind of go the extra mile with my research, and getting connected with professors in the philosophy department helped me kind of make that choice and then run with it.
To be an honor student, you have to do research, and that was absolutely terrifying coming in. I was like, I'm going to ignore this and put this, off as far as I can. When it came time for sophomore year, though, it was like reality, had to start thinking. So I had a class called Press Politics in the Cold War, and that required a major research project, what I thought was major at that point, so about 40 pages, and that seemed like so much. How could you ever write that much? So that's where I started, and reading everything I was reading for that small paper, I had an idea about hypocrisy. And I started talking to my mentor, or what became my mentor, and we kind of developed an idea from there, and it just took off on its own.
I think throughout high school you do little projects, and it's one of those things where you learn how to ask good questions and you learn how to pursue interests of your own in an academic setting. And in my mind, college was always the time where I could connect what I was required to do academically with things that I was interested in. So I think it was more of the aspect that with research, I knew I could do something that was a personal interest and connect that to my academics.
I think a lot of people think about the thesis particularly as something that you do for 2 years, and once the 2 years are over, like, surely you found the answer by now and you just write it up and turn it in. But I don't really think that research is about that in general, especially at the undergraduate level. It's about introducing you to inquiry and kind of piquing your interest, and maybe you want to do that in grad school or continue with it later.
Somewhere along the way, my undergraduate research experience solidified my being here at Elon. It really became an anchor for me. My first year, things were really difficult. I was having a hard time transitioning from high school to college. And once I found this research project, or better, it found me, it became easier to exist here at Elon. It became easier because I knew I had something that was mine, something I was passionate about, and something I could look forward to doing outside of going to class and going to work. So, and research can be that for a lot of people, and then it may not be. You may be passionate about something else, but that's what it was for me. It became my anchor, and I'm glad that I decided to stay here at Elon, and I'm glad that I had this research project to kind of push me beyond the bounds that I had set for myself, the boundaries.